Big Show. I'm your host for the day, or for the show, Tristan.
Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm Camille from StyleLife.xo, and I am very happy to not only be on the show, but to be the host.
So I guess just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Camille. I am a Edmonton blogger in the city. I also do some styling. I also do some content creation, and I consider myself a Renaissance woman. I like to dibble and dabble and everything because that's how I learn about myself and who I am. And so, thanks for having me.
100%. 100%. So, what are some important values you need to have to be a stylist?
Swag. You gotta have swag. So, it's not so much about your clothes, it's about how you wear them. And so, you gotta have swag. You gotta have the confidence. Mm-hmm. Confidence is key. You can't be afraid to try new styles. And also character.
Character, okay.
Yeah.
When you think of a great stylist,
mm-hmm.
What is the biggest characteristic that sticks out?
Characteristic, I would say, is being able to know themselves as a stylist, and also being able to know their client and what they want. What else? Definitely confidence. I would say those two stand out the most to me. And also, you need to have because I create mood boards.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone says, "Hey, Camille, I want you to style a shoot for me. This is the concept." They'll either send me a mood board, or I'll have to create one based on the theme or what they're wanting for that shoot. So it's kind of cool to bring out your creative side, and I'll go through old Vogue magazines and just cut out pictures and just put it on a mood board and just build from there.
So for the viewers that don't know what because I don't know what a mood board is, can you just kind of give me a little rundown on what that is?
You know what, mood boards come in a variety. So you can, for me, this is the traditional mood board. I would go to Michael's, let's say, and get a white cardboard piece of paper. Okay. I get glue, I get scissors, I go through old magazines, so this Jordan magazine, I'd find things that inspire me. Michael Jordan is one of my inspirations, so, let's say someone wanted a photo shoot that was set in a gym or something, or a high fashion shoot in a gym. I take a pair of Jordans, I cut these out, and I glue them onto the mood board.
Okay.
And so I just take different aspects and different things that I like and just, put it in front of me so that I have a visual and I can just build and create from there.
Oh.
Or with Instagram, because I know everybody likes Instagram, okay? I actually create mood boards on Instagram. So there's actually a save option where if you come across a photo that you like, you can actually save it and create a mood board out of it.
Is that in the the collection thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Awesome, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So next question is, what do you want to gain from being a stylist and a content creator and a blogger? What do you want to gain from all that?
What do I want to gain? I want to gain even more knowledge. People come into these kinds of creative, things, and they think, oh, I know everything about being a stylist. I know everything about being a blogger. I don't have to do this because I have all these many followers. It's no, I came into these hats to learn something from it. For me, you know how you go to work and you get a paycheck after that?
Yeah.
For me, it's not always about the money. I come in there, do my thing, and come out. The only thing that's going to get paid is my mind.
No,
my mind got a paycheck, not me.
no, exactly. So basically, the biggest thing you want to gain is more value.
More value.
I've heard about your sneaker campaign, She Got Soul. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, well, let me just flex my sneakers with you.
Go ahead.
So, as you can see, I'm wearing the Rockefeller Air Force Ones. Shout out Biggs Burke from Rockefeller, the co-founder. So, it's the Rockefeller logo. So, growing up, I was really into sneakers. I played soccer. I was heavily involved with sports and track and field. And, I like to be very comfortable. So, I remember after I got out of my first relationship, because my ex-boyfriend was a huge sneakerhead, and so I kind of, got my love for Jordans from him. Okay. But before, I was always into the Air Force Ones. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm a woman. I love sneakers. I have a knowledge of the culture. How come we're not being showcased more? It shouldn't always be a man's sport/hobby. Okay, women.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree.
Women, we can wear sneakers and be fresh like the guys. So I thought, you know what? Let me start a campaign called She's Got Soul. Now, when you hear the word soul, it's not SOUL.
Okay.
It's soul. Okay, so these are the soles of my sneakers. And the reason why I call it She's Got Soul is because the sole of a sneaker, it gives you the most support.
Yeah, 100%.
It keeps you standing. It keeps you grounded. So why not apply that to women? So what I did with the campaign was I interviewed women who are well established.
Yep.
And I just kind of wanted to talk to them about, what's it like walking in your shoes? Like, what are some challenges that you've had to face as a woman? And, do you think that women are misrepresented in the culture? And if so, what can we do to make sure that we're more included? Mm-hmm. So I interviewed a hip-hop dancer, Sarah Darshi. Shout out Sarah Darshi. I interviewed a woman out in Toronto. I actually went to go to Toronto.
Oh, shit.
The campaign.
Okay.
And I interviewed a young lady named Kaya from She Lace. Shout out Kaya and everybody at She Lace. You guys are amazing. Keep at it. So we did a collaboration. I featured her. She featured me on her blog. Mm-hmm. And I got a few more ladies lined up for it. So, awesome. I take their photos for them.
Yeah.
I take their photos. I conduct interviews. But for 2018, I want to make the campaign even bigger. And hopefully, we're going to do a She's Got Soul event. So I've been talking to a few dope girls, so.
So now what, and when you say event, what kind of event? More of a, fashion show kind of thing? Or what do you have in mind for the event?
The event, I want to make the event focused on women. Women who love hip-hop, women who love sneakers, women who, are dancers, women who represent the culture. Because I don't feel like there's much of a sneaker culture in Edmonton. There is.
Yeah, but it's very minute, yeah.
But in terms of women, it's not really there. And I kind of want to be the first girl to be like, yeah, what's up, we're fresh, we're dope, we like hip-hop. We listen to Jay-Z, come on.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding.
Jay-Z, you gotta get it. This is...
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Blue Ivy, if you need a stylist.
This is your girl right here.
Come on.
Make your baby Blue Ivy hella cute.
Rumi and Sir, I know y'all are little babies, but if you need a stylist in the future in about 15 years, just, holla at me.
What are some challenges that you had?
It's funny you ask me that, because when I first came up with the idea, this was back in my freelance days as a writer, and it just, the ideas just spilled out. I had to write them down, and I thought to myself, Camille, do you want to go through with this? Are people gonna vibe with this? So there's always that feeling of self-doubt.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And then, I kind of overcame that self-doubt and said, you know what, just go for it. See what happens.
Yeah, do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do.
Break through that fear.
Break through that fear.
And everything's great on the other side.
Everything's great on the other side. And, the responses that I've been getting from it have been amazing. And, each article that I put out, it's been shared, it's been viewed thousands of times. Mm-hmm. So thank you to everybody who's been watching and sharing and keeping up with this journey. There's more coming, I promise you.
So how did you overcome the fear of just doing it? What was some things that maybe you thought about or did or put in practice that you're like, hey, you know what, I'm going for it. There's nothing stopping me. I have this idea, and it just broke through. What was your major breakthrough? I guess. Yeah.
My major breakthrough is what I would do is, this is gonna sound really lame. What I would do sometimes is I would look in the mirror, and I would just hype myself up.
Okay, 100%.
You got this. You're gonna do this. Don't be afraid to be great.
Next question is, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Don't be afraid to be who you are.
Okay. Don't
be afraid, and there was times in my life where I didn't feel like myself.
Yeah.
Not even in terms of how I dressed, I wasn't really comfortable. Even the people that I was hanging out with, I kind of acquire their behaviors, and I just didn't like how it made me. So I decided to just break through from that and said, you know what, Camille, who you are is you're a fly gal who wears sneakers and is a tomboy and does not want to conform to, what beauty is in society. Just be you. Be authentic, okay? Don't follow the herd. Walk down your own yellow brick road. Okay? Be like Dorothy. She walked alone for a bit with Toto.
With Toto, yeah. You have to have the Toto.
And she met some great friends along the way.
Yeah.
You become the 5 people you hang out with, whether it's a scarecrow, a lion, Tin
Man.
Right?
So,
and they built her.
They did. They built her, but they gave her the brains, the heart, and the The brains, the heart, and what? The courage. Hey, there you go. There you go.
And scene.
That's it. That's all you get. That's enough. You guys are done. Okay.
But seriously, though, think about it. Like they.
No, that's kind of now that I think about it. Yeah, no, 100%. It's like she had like the 3 things you need to do, like the 3 things you need to be successful.
And you gotta walk alone for a little bit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but those 3 qualities will eventually come with you, or people will come into your life that push you in that direction, which is like a great realization. So
yeah.
If there's any kids watching now, when you watch that movie, you know what it's about now. You know the secret. This is the secret.
But she had some nice shoes on, though, I will say.
Red rubies.
They were red rubies.
So what do you think is the most important thing to remember when it comes to establishing yourself and getting out there? What do you think is the most important thing?
Be authentic and don't be afraid to walk in your truth. Don't conform to what everyone else is doing, and don't ever compare yourself, because that's just going to take away the joy, and it's going to take away from your identity. So just be authentic, man.
No, I like that. Yeah, the authentic and like walking your own shoes, like that's 100%, and be like.
Yeah. And make sure you lace up your sneakers. Right? Lace them up.
Lace them up. So last question, the holy grail of questions. Holy grail of questions. Describe your journey in 1 word.
Wavy.
Wavy, baby. Wavy. You know what? Because wave must be like, I think that's just a trending word. Because you and Carlos say wave.
Wavy.
Yeah. It's good. Wavy.
You know, don't ride the wave. Provide the wave.
Hey. Don't ride
Shout
the
out
wave.
Fabulous. I think he said that in his song.
Really? Did you think so?
Yeah, he said that. I think.
Okay. There you go, Fabulous. We're getting your name out there.
Yeah, just be wavy. You know, ride your own wave. If the wave crashes, you just hop back up and you try it again. You go with the flow.
Awesome. So since this is an inspirational show and that's our aim, we play an inspirational video at the end, and me and Camille will talk a little bit about it and get her take.
Awesome.
You choose what you love as your job. So my blog style, me and my photographer Alan, we drive around, we find a wall right then and there and just shoot on it. My blog, it consists of my outfits, but it also consists of my experiences. Today we're shooting for the Kith and Off-White collaboration, shooting about 7 to 8 looks. My style is heavily based on 90s girl groups. It was Aaliyah, TLC. I got into fashion because I loved hip hop so much. Say you know nothing about this youth culture, but this girl likes this type of music, this type of brand, she hangs around with these type of people. It's like less about me, it's like more for like the culture. We are headed to set. I mean, you can't really call it a set because literally it's a wall. It's a wall that I shot on before. Definitely matches my aesthetic from what you see on the blog. And the reason why I choose walls like this is because I just want you to pay more attention to the clothes. This streetwear, high fashion culture, it's like we're living in it right now. It's kind of like how I treat my blog. I'm basically showing people like this type of girl exists, you know? My mom used to take me to the Beverly Center and the Melrose. I always do it for being super expensive. So I was like, man, one day I'm just gonna own things like this. In the Kith photo shoot, there are 7 or 8 looks. Working with some of the most amazing brands, I feel like when people see you naturally live in it as a lifestyle, then you're not really selling it, you know, you're living in it. That's the best form of marketing. Ideally, it's have a goal of what brands you want to work with. Study your client, you know, what type of things do they post? How does that apply to my lifestyle in the most natural way possible? You take inspo and then you just formulate it. As a businesswoman, I credit my team. Yes, by myself, I have this dream, I have this vision, but you know, without the other people that I work with, I wouldn't be able to, you know, be where I am. For a moment, I remember my grandmother was like, you need to start looking like a girl more. I'm just like, no, like I want to dress like this and like put on lipstick with it. And now my family's starting to get it. The most important thing is just, stay true to yourself. Hustle is believing in yourself and your highest potential, that your highest potential actually exists. What I would say to the young Alayli, don't ever stop dreaming. I got a dream that's worth more than my reality, and pride that's worth more than a salary. Hey guys.
Awesome. That was great. That was a great video. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, no, it's good. She's awesome.
Yeah, Alayli is someone that I look up to, I first came across her blog about 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with how she dressed because, I was a tomboy growing up too, and I always thought to myself, Camille, you're not girly enough. Like, I wouldn't wear sneakers, I wouldn't really wear much makeup, but then I saw her and I'm like, you know what? She's living in her truth. She's showing us what she likes, and she likes Jordans and she likes hip hop. I like Jordans and I like hip hop, so why not use her as an example?
As almost like a role model almost.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
absolutely. And she actually is the second woman to design an Air Jordan sneaker.
Well, that's crazy.
And I ordered them, so they're gonna be here hopefully on Wednesday. So y'all gonna see them, okay?
Next time.
Y'all gonna see them. But yeah, what did you think of?
I thought it was great. I thought what she was talking about was when the hustle part.
Yeah.
And like how reaching to your highest potential, I think that was great, and I think that's 100% true. Is that's what hustle is like getting to your highest potential.
Getting to your highest potential and just being true to yourself and don't conform to what everybody else is doing. And I find when you stand out from the rest, that's when you're more likely to get recognized. Yeah. As opposed to just being in the crowd. So.
And that makes 100% sense.
I think she executes that perfectly, and to see a woman of color doing her thing, you can't hate on that.
Yeah, no, you can't at all. You can't at all.
Yeah.
Oh well, that was a great video. So that's gonna conclude this episode. Thank you for Camille for reverse rolling and getting your take on what it takes to get established and be successful in becoming a stylist.
Stylist, blogger, whatever you want to do.
Creative content, creative anything, whatever you want to do. That's thank you for your take.
Thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to film more episodes and to just be extra and all over the place.
That was gonna be great. So if you like this video, go go subscribe, go share, and spread the message. All her links and bios will be, all her links will be in the bio. So go check her out when you have the time. Awesome. You guys have a great night.